The city breathed again, but it was not theirs.
The whole grid just came back on. Someone's in control.
The neon rain fell like static, and none of them looked away from what waited above.
Every tower is feeding one signal, the spire.
At the city's heart, a new master had taken the throne. Steel and shadow, breath and blood. The city did not care which of them survived.
We do this my way.
We do this together or we die apart.
Every step toward the spire was a step none of them could take back.
Company.
For the first time, the enemy and the escapee moved as one.
Copy my move, boy.
They had been enemies a week ago. Tonight, their heartbeats kept the same time.
Stay down.
The enforcers came without faces, without fear, without end.
I can feel the grid, it's alive.
The city was rewriting itself around them, floor by floor. Somewhere in the dark, the new master watched all three of them and was pleased. Old grudges are heavy things to carry into a war you might not leave.
I've got you. Move.
The power in Kaito's veins hummed louder with every enemy that fell.
Wait for it.
Trust, it turned out, was the sharpest weapon any of them carried.
Almost got it.
The tower rose like a needle threaded through the wounded sky.
Only one of him. 3 of us.
There are choices that end a battle, and choices that end a person.
Now.
One down, 1,000 between them and the spire. The light was beautiful, and that was the most dangerous thing about it. Below them the freed city held its breath, waiting to learn its new name.
He's got a map of the whole tower in here.
A hand offered in the dark is still a hand. The question is what it wants in return.
The core is at the top.
Of course it is.
They rode the dead line straight toward the heart of the machine. Loyalty and hunger wore the same face tonight, and only one could win.
Why are you really helping us, Ryker?
They fought not for the city now, but for the boy standing between two futures.
Because it made me, and I want it dead.
Whatever the master had been, it remembered how to be gentle, and that terrified them.
They found us.
The floor cracked, the throne burned, and still the three of them stood.
Duck.
Victory, they would learn, is only the door to a longer hallway.
Not today.
The line ended the only way it could, violently. The grid went dark, but the light had already found somewhere new to live. No one wins a war like this clean. Someone always carries it home inside them.
Everyone's still breathing.
Barely.
The silence after the blast was the loudest thing any of them had ever heard.
We're not alone down here.
A friend's shadow is the last place you ever think to watch.
Kaito left.
And so the season's longest night bent, at last, toward its cruelest dawn.
Together.
The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
Stay behind me.
Beneath the city slept a temple of light and wire. The night pressed on, relentless and cold. The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
This place is the size of a district.
The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
It's still here, heart of it.
The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
Don't. It'll trace you.
The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
This isn't the architect. It's something it became.
Then the new master spoke, and the walls answered. The night pressed on, relentless and cold. The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
Circle up.
3 broken people, 1 desperate rhythm. The night pressed on, relentless and cold. The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
Go.
The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
I'm fine. Move.
The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
I'm not leaving you.
Sentimental fool.
Up they went, toward whatever was waiting. The night pressed on, relentless and cold. The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
We keep each other alive. All 3. Agreed.
The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
Agreed.
Agreed.
At the top, the city's new god was waiting for them. The night pressed on, relentless and cold. It wore a human face stitched from 1,000 stolen ones. The night pressed on, relentless and cold. It had been the architect. Now it was so much more. The night pressed on, relentless and cold. The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
You did all this. The root. The city.
The master answered without a mouth, its voice in their bones. The night pressed on, relentless and cold. The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
Whatever you are, you don't own us.
The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
Walk out.
The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
Hit it together.
Alone, each was nothing. Together they drew blood, or light. The night pressed on, relentless and cold. It had not expected them to fight as one. The night pressed on, relentless and cold. The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
I can feel how it works.
The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
Buy him time.
The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
Now, Kaito.
The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
Get down.
The night pressed on, relentless and cold.
It's stunned. It won't last.
Then we finish it.
And Kaito felt it start to change him.
There's so much power in here.
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
Kaito, your arm.
The master would not fall so easily. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
One more time, all three.
3 shadows against a rising sun of light. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
We've got it. Now.
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
This ends.
For 1 heartbeat, they thought they had won. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold. Then it did something no enemy had done. It spoke gently. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
Why are you looking at me like that?
It offered him not death, but a throne beside its own. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
You want me?
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
Kaito, don't listen to it.
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
Boy, that's how it takes you. Set back.
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
It says I could fix everything. All of it.
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
Not like this. Come back to us.
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
If it turns him, I end it. You know I will.
Everything he was hung on a single breath. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold. The power was already inside him now. The only question was whose he would be. Take my hand, it whispered, and never be powerless again. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
We came back for you, both of us.
Both of us.
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
I'm sorry.
When he opened his eyes, he was not only Kaito anymore. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
No, I choose them.
A god scorned is a dangerous thing. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
Mara, Ryker, cover me.
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
Always.
Move, boy.
3 hands, 1 final strike. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold. The god of the grid came apart in silence and fire. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
Is it over?
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
We're alive. We're all alive.
And for the first time in years, the grid fell silent. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
Ryker, we couldn't have done it without you.
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
The city's free, but it needs someone to hold it.
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
I still feel it in me. The power didn't leave.
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
Then we watch it together, all 3 of us.
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
Maybe, or maybe the city needs a new master after all.
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
Ryker, what are you saying?
A thread of the hybrid's light had found a new home. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold. The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
It's in him. It jumped to Ryker.
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
Don't worry, I'll take good care of your city.
The knight pressed on, relentless and cold.
Then we're not done. Not even close.
1 master had fallen, another had just been born. And this time, it wore a friend's face.